Don't you dare do that. Good morning, Brenda.
Why wouldn't that be the lead story? Why wouldn't that be the lead story?
I don't know.
Instead of Clark County puts the bridge up today. Somebody told me yesterday that they watch this every morning just so they could see what my shirt
Sure,
is.
yeah. I was gonna say, you're gonna need to go to shopping and get some,
different ones.
yeah, you're gonna have to get, your shirts are like your main thing, man.
Get some kind of wild, off the wall stuff.
Yeah,
It's
get
totally
some
not me.
psychedelic colors and get a little crazy with it.
You know what? I'm gonna have my granddaughter make me a tie-dyed shirt.
There you go. Have Mojave Daily News put in it too.
No, 70s showish.
Yeah.
Are you up on your personal page?
Yeah, we're live on mine.
Good morning, everyone.
We're always live behind the scenes. We do behind the scenes. They like it. People like it. Get this out of the way. Get that out of the way. I think maybe we should leave this door open at night. It's so hot in here because of all the electronics.
Yeah.
And nobody's gonna steal nothing in here. You know? I wanna keep it locked. No one's gonna steal nothing. There's cameras in here anyway if they did.
Yeah.
So I just think it'd be better if we keep it open. It's cooler in here.
I'll talk to Amber and them and make sure they don't close it up at night.
Yeah, it's too hot in here.
You know what? We could talk to Lisa, and just make sure that when she comes in that she checks this.
Oh yeah,
She was here at like 4 o'clock or 3:30
yeah.
or something. Kind of a light paper today. Not a whole lot
Yeah.
going on.
Thursday usually is. Thursdays.
Yeah.
Hi Kevin, welcome.
We get a story here how Chuck Norris's manager had to tell everyone that no, that wasn't him at the riots.
Oh, they thought it was Chuck Norris.
There
Huh?
was a picture of somebody that looked like Chuck Norris, and he's a Trump supporter, so
Yeah, it's funny.
glad Chuck Norris wasn't there. There'd been a lot more injuries and deaths.
Yeah. All right, let's get our YouTube channel ready.
YouTube. Did you hear that they kicked Trump off of YouTube yesterday?
What's that?
They banned him from his YouTube
Did
videos
they really?
yesterday.
They're really messing with him.
And what was the Snapchat yesterday too. I'm like, Snapchat? The president has a Snapchat?
Oh yeah, he has everything.
Isn't he like 50 years too old to have a Snapchat?
No,
I'm like 20 years too old to have a Snapchat.
I got one and I'm older than you. But I'm
You're
pretty
not
hip.
older than me.
I'm pretty hip.
How old are you?
57.
Oh yeah, you're barely older than me. Yeah, but you are hip. So I can't use that age thing as a reason why I don't know electronics anymore. Yeah, a couple minutes still, huh?
Yeah.
Can you use the bathroom?
Okay. driving by Area 51. Don't disappear on us in that Area 51. So if you guys are watching on this channel, go over to the Mojave Daily News channel and watch the show live too. Not only can you see behind the scenes live, but you can also watch the show how it's produced live. It's a little different than watching it on that screen because we actually show things and. What's going on, Ernest? Erndall, my homie from home. My homie from home. Yeah, with my job, I have to stay hip on all this stuff because if I don't, I lose control fast. So if you guys see the paper, that's my cover shot right there. And that was a threat, shooting threat at the high school yesterday. All right, we're getting ready to do this show here, guys. We gotta get ready here. Ready? Yeah.
Morning, everybody. John Pinecker with the Mojave Valley Daily News, and this is your Daily Dose for Thursday, January 14th. Remember, the Daily Dose is brought to you by the Tri-State Radiology Center in Fort Mojave, Arizona. Tri-State Radiology Center offers an open MRI, digital x-rays, professional and friendly staff with years of medical experience, and commitment to quality for all patients. Tri-State Radiology Center offers some of the lowest self-pay options in the area, and they accept most insurances. Remember, at Tri-State Radiology Center, your image means the world to us. Thank you to the Tri-State Radiology Center. All right, let's dig in. Kind of a light paper today, so good thing about that is less bad news. So I'm a glass half full kind of guy. All right, our top story, Clark County puts new bridge out to bid. This is the bridge down by the Target Center, by the Anderson Fieldhouse. It's something that they've been working on for 20 years, if you can believe that. They were waiting on the Nevada Department of Transportation, their information to be approved by the Clark County Board of Commissioners. The Commissioner, Michael Naft, who is the Laughlin Commissioner, helped get that pushed through. The bridge itself, total cost is going to be around $52 million. The Bullhead City part of it is a little bit north of 3.18 million. I'm sorry, 4.5 million. So that's something that they've been putting money aside for a while yet to get it done. They finally got the approval to go ahead and send it out to bid. The bids are going out now. And they have to be returned by February 8th. So they expect now that the bridge originally scheduled to be done by 2022, because of all the delays and everything, now they're expecting it'll be 2024. Once it actually starts, they're figuring 18 months. So in the story, they talked to Toby Cotter and got some information from him, some quotes from him. And one of the things he suggested was he's had people suggest to him, I guess, that we should start working on the next bridge because it takes so long. So I don't know that I'm not in agreement with that. We have kind of a disturbing story here. See that picture? Actually, Jeff has a couple more pictures for you here, but it's authorities respond to Mojave High School threat. A threat was made on social media about we're not even sure that it was a student. The details right now are still kind of sketchy, but that there was a student or a young man anyway that was planning. He posted on Snapchat that he was going to come out and shoot up the place. We obtained a copy of the actual snap, but it basically said he is going to come out and smoke everybody there, and so the authorities responded. They got out there and checked it out. There's kind of different versions, if you look out on social media, different versions of what happened there. As far as the lockdown, the school and the police department are saying it was kind of a soft lockdown, not the active shooter lockdown that they practiced so many times. Some of the students, they do that, what's it called, telephone, Jeff? Where one person says something and then they pass it to the next person, and by the time it gets to the end, it's a whole different story.
They don't know about that.
Okay, well, there is a bunch of different versions of it going around, that doors were locked and people were hiding under desks and lights were off and all that. The school district and their public information guy, Lance Ross, put out that it was kind of a soft lockdown where they just didn't allow kids to move from class to class between the 7th and 8th period. So they're still investigating it, so we'll hopefully have more information for you tomorrow. Full agenda for the Bullhead School District board meeting. This is the district formerly known as the Bullhead City Elementary School District. Now they're just called the Bullhead City School District, but it is just the elementary district. So they have a meeting tonight at their district office at 6 o'clock on Hancock Road there. No earth-shattering things that they're going to be talking about tonight, but basically changing a lot of the verbiage inside their mission statements and policies and all that. One of the things they're going to talk about is staff paid time off regulations and a new pay rate schedule for classified employees. And their calendar year, they're going to be discussing kind of moving it more in line with what the high school district is doing, so that'll be good. I know a lot of families have a hard time with, my 6th grader gets off for these days, but my high schooler is off for these days, so. County reports 193 new cases and 9 deaths. Of those 9 deaths, 5 of them were in Bullhead City, so it continues to climb. On the inside here on page 2 is our latest athlete of the week. Jeff and I just got done doing a little presentation interview with him this morning. You see right there, it's Crash Schaefer. Crash is the Finley Student Athlete of the Week. Crash did last weekend this past couple days ago down in Phoenix. He spent 3 days down there. Easy for me to say, huh, Jeff?
Yeah, you do that a lot.
I know. I think my tongue's too big for my mouth.
You get ahead of yourself, it's okay.
Yeah, my brain's working too fast. So Crash had 16 races this weekend. He was an intermediate BMX rider. It's the BMX Winter Nationals. He finished with a 6th place, 2/3, and he got his first national win. So he's got a 3.4 GPA over at Malk. He's a motivated young man, and his win in the nationals moved him up into expert class. So he went from intermediate up to expert. So congratulations, Crash.
Next is pro.
I'm trying to convince his grandpa that he should get him a motorcycle, dirt bike.
Vroom, vroom.
That's the next step, right? All right, page 3 is our national and world. And of course, it's dominated by the impeachment of President Trump. The first time that a president has been impeached twice. The vote went through the House yesterday, and just so there's no confusion, it goes through the House, then it goes through the Senate. The House, once the House votes to impeach it, he technically has been impeached. As far as being convicted and some of the other things, that'll go through the Senate. And they're not expecting that to start until Tuesday of next week, the day before the inauguration of President-elect Biden. In the House vote, 10 Republicans switched from against it to voting for it, so it passed 232 to 197. They're not sure how things are going to go in Congress. Remember, Congress is basically a 50-50 split, but in the House, you only have to have a majority. So 50% plus one vote is the majority. In the Senate, you have to have it 2/3. So there's 100 in the Senate, 50 Republicans, 50 Democrats. So they would have to get 17 to switch over. The interesting part about that is that you have to have 67%, 2/3 vote of those present. So there was four Republicans that didn't show up to the House vote. If they have a similar percentage that doesn't show up at the Senate vote, it might be a little bit easier for that to get done, but most people are expecting this vote not to happen until after the inauguration. So, ex-Michigan Governor Snyder charged in Flint water crisis. That doesn't really have a whole lot to do with us here. However, it is interesting with all the problems that Flint was having that they have charged the former governor, Rick Snyder, of being of willful neglect of duty stemming from the investigation of the Flint water crisis. You remember years ago, a couple of years ago, what happened? They had were having water problems in Flint, and what they decided to do, some person that he had hired had decided to get water out of the Flint, I think it was out of the Flint River. That water wasn't treated right, and there was a lot of lead problems in it, and it caused some serious problems. They're blaming it for 12 deaths, 90 cases of Legionnaire's disease, and 12 deaths. So I found out there wasn't enough chlorine in the system. Here's the interesting part about this. If he's convicted on all of these, he could get up to a year in jail and a $1,000 fine. So that's the going cost of being irresponsible and allowing 12 people to die, apparently. All right, through the horoscope and the rest of that. Into sports, we got a couple preview stories here. One on the Lady Dust Devils soccer team, and one on the boys soccer team at Mojave High School. Everyone's itching to play. It doesn't say where the boys will be playing first, but the Lady Dust Devils, their first game will be at Northwest Christian on January 21st. I know that some of the stories earlier, they were talking about how nice it is to have this extra practice. Now they are over it. They are ready to get out there and play. So a couple of nice stories here by Jim about that. So check those out. Weather-wise, it's supposed to be in the low 70s today, although that W is back.
Yeah, I was
Jeff.
gonna say the W, but
Yeah.
I really didn't need to because it's already blown.
Next couple of days, it's going to be windy, but it is going to be in the mid 70s, low to mid 70s, so should be nice heading into the weekend here. So, all right, that's it for today. Thank you everyone for joining us. Remember, the Daily Dose is brought to you by the Tri-State Radiology Center. The Tri-State Radiology Center offers same or next day appointments, and they accept most insurances, including Medi-Cal. They have a wide open MRI and offer digital x-rays with your reports ready in 24 hours. Call them today for an appointment at 928-460-7226. Just a reminder, the Daily Dose, our Valley Voices, our Athlete of the Week, like we just did, our Educator of the Month, and Athlete of the Month. All those videos are available on our YouTube channel at any time. We also bring them up onto our Facebook page, onto our website, Instagram, Twitter. We've got all the social media things. We haven't been kicked off. right, Jeff? We're still good?
Not yet.
Okay. So you can check them out there. You can also check them out on the streaming services. You can use the Anchor app, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and more. There's a whole list of them in the description. Click on any one of them and take us on the road with you. All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in, and we hope to see you here tomorrow for Finally a Friday.
Boom. Another smooth one.
Another successful job.
Yep. Is Larry watching them? Does he see them?
Yeah, I'm watching them.
It's pretty cool.
They pop up on his phone right away, and he watches. Right now, he's taking his kid.
Yeah, he's got the kid, but we do a pretty good job for not being a news company. You know, like a real, like Fox News would do. You know, like
not
live in
being
the
trained
morning.
to do it, yeah, and not having an unlimited budget where you could,
Right,
whatever you
with the
need.
rover out on the road, and we can go, oh, there's our traffic today, and have a live shot of us going down the 95, you know, which is all possible.
So I'm gonna do tomorrow. Have you stand outside out there, and I'm gonna turn
And the
around
weather
to you.
today.
What's it look like out there, Jeff? It's windy and cold.
You'll have to turn the camera.
Can I come back in?
Yeah. I'm over this. Thanks for watching, you guys. Hope you enjoyed the behind the scenes once again. We'll catch you guys.
See you tomorrow.
That's the third page. Wow.